If you was trying to settle down, get a fact. Song, pull up in the city with a nice jump. Lights off, lights on. Chinese throw the chicken, need a wipe to go to.
The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And when you review his performance last week and the game in total, I think that he understands and his team understands they were fortunate to get out there with a victory because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Looking to pass first play is Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. Prescott on 1st down. Prescott stripped. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing, Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 1st down, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And while all of that was going on with the sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Well, this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Here's Thompson. It's caught by Davis. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season in Oklahoma.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Hurts fumbles it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense.
Oh, his first throw in his playoff matchup is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read? And
now the ball's out. Fumbled near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. 3-0 after run on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd and long, Thompson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. Now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. To about the 33-yard line.
But they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Play action. Here's Hurts. Touchdown! Here's Watkins. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Hurts will throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Thompson. Fighting through. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roll through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They go play action with Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Watkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge win for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fighting through. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st and 10, here's Thompson. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives. And
he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Hassan Reddick in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6.